So we're going to be having a look at the ice dance here at Skate America. Currently in the lead, the reigning world champions, Meryl Davis and Charlie White. They got 75.7 points for their short dance, which featured the Finn step and was beautiful. Anna Capolina and Luca Lanotti in second place. And in third place at the moment, Maya Shibutani and Alex Shibutani from America. Very close behind them, their compatriots Madison Hubble and Zachary Donahue. So a battle royal for that third place amongst the two American couples. Of course, everybody looking for a spot at Sochi. Let's see how they do. Maya Shibutani and Alex Shibutani from America.
Oh no, just a trip there. He started off so strongly as well.
Swivels. Good. Everything back on track, loads of energy. Looked a little tight there. Well, Michael Jackson music can always be a banker if you play it right. And on home turf for the Americans, it works well. Maya Shubutani and Alex Shubutani, a medley of Michael Jackson music, showing character to come back from a stumble at the start, but that's for everybody here. You just get on and do it, and it's how you deal with the little trips that count. For me, it didn't stomp enough, it didn't have enough aggression, and some of those lifts and some moments were a little bit jerky compared to what I've seen, and I wonder about the music really fitting their style. But they put loads into it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think towards the end it started to get a little bit rushed, you know, in the movement across the ice, and it didn't look quite as clean as it did at the beginning. Unfortunately, he did trip. But again, you know, this is a points building exercise, and you've just got to carry on and keep building those points to the end, and that's what they did, and they worked very hard.
Did you ever have a trip?
Many.
Oh, what did you think? What did you think? What do you think?
I can't actually say that on air.
Oh.
I do remember the Olympic Games, you know, falling on the forward edge, going into a flying camel. And yeah, I'm not going to repeat what I said in my head.
Ouch, you said.
Ouch, yeah.
Ouch as you hit the ice, yes.
It's not nice, you know, especially when you don't expect it. It's probably never happened to him at all,
yes,
ever before.
Yes.
And now is not a great time for that to happen. But it does happen, as we all know.
I did a great one once, and it took me about a whole sequence of a dance before I got back into the routine.
Not ideal.
Wasn't ideal. No. It says start from the nearest practicable point in the handbook. That was the nearest point I thought was worth starting from. So a little bit of a disappointment there, but a learning experience and some excellent skating. Quality edges. Maybe a little bit more edginess and stompiness of the Michael Jackson music for me. Let's see how it develops in the season. 154, well, way below their best of 163.79. It has them in first place at this point. Encouragement for the good points of the program from the coaches.
I think I was just too excited. Yeah.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, representing Italy, let's welcome
the overture from the Barber of Seville by Rossini is the music for their long program. Currently lying in second place. So much experience and so much quality that they can bring to their skating. Fourth in the World Championships, third in Europeans, 2 times champions of Italy. Anna Capolini and Luca Lanotti. They've lost some training time recently because of Luca's neck injury. But you can't tell on the twizzles. Beautiful.
Two of my favorite skaters, and you know, the choreography always tells a story with these two.
difficulty and slickness throughout that lift. No ungainly positions, and this beautiful light skating. Diagonal step sequence, in hold, staying close and tight. What a performance! A theatrical performance taken from the stage, transposed to the ice brilliantly. Anna Capolina and Luca Lanotti from Italy. That was fabulous.
It really was. They work so well together. Again, you watch both of these, you know, you're not just watching the girl, you're watching him also, and they just work. They are two of my favorite skaters purely for that reason, is that they just work in such great unison, and you know, it's just idyllic to watch.
I think a fantastic choice of music for them. The precision, difficult lifts, the athleticism there, but it's the quality of it. And what I really love is when a couple or a single skater, they take a theme and transpose it. And this is, like at the end, it looks like they're on the stage.
Absolutely, but that's how I think it should be. You know, you should be able to go out there and perform and create something rather than just skate round. And I think they've got, absolutely, they hit the nail on the head. You know, time and time again, I've watched them, and they've always done that for me.
You could imagine him being on there singing. I wonder if he's a tenor. He probably is a tenor. But it is that whole thing. And
I think it takes something special, though, to actually be able to portray that across from the ice. You know, you have to be that, you have to have that extra special something. I don't think everybody can do that.
And maybe it's a bit that they're Italian, that they're doing something that has that sort of a feel and flavour to it, to me.
Yeah. They just have character, don't they? Charisma, character. She has the beautiful smile constantly throughout. They just know how to do it.
Driving hard, all the lifts difficult. One of the easiest of them all. 6 seconds in the lift for the short lifts. 12 seconds if you combine them and make it a long lift. A nice touch. Ladies and gentlemen. Super. A lot of fun. been through a lot. When you can't have that time to train, that can be really frustrating as well when you've got an injury.
It can be, and it can also, you know, knock your whole centre. You not been on the ice for quite some time, you come back, you know, your feet don't always feel like they belong on the ice as they usually do. So it can be very difficult. Timing.
168.04. Well, they've just gone a smidgen above their personal best. And Paula Mazadri and Igor Spielband will be pleased with what they see. They might have wanted those marks just to be a touch higher. There's not big smiles for the marks, but there's big smiles for the skaters. Last to skate.
They represent the United States. Merrill Davis.
The reigning world champions. 5 times American champions. And they've got some lifts in this that they've been working on, would you believe it, for a couple of years coming together. So an unveiling of Scheherazade from Merrill Davis and Charlie White of the USA. Circular step sequence, powerful edges. Spectacular. He's given everything. She's given everything. The unveiling of the new routine, a standing ovation. What a time it is for the crowds here in the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit for this Skate America competition. We've seen world champions skate from the pairs event. We've seen world champions skate from the dance event, and that was sensational. Difficult, athletic, so tight and precise, the shades of color within it, just fantastic.
It was absolutely exquisite. I think you've said it all, really. The technical difficulty for me was what really hit home. You can see how much more difficult their, entries, exits, the actual lifts, the positions in the lifts in comparison to the others. Just amazing.
The first lift, they did what we would have called a pull-through. And I thought, oh, I used to do that. I can do that. Then from the pull-through, she took off and went into the lift.
And landed on his back.
Whoa! Here we go.
are.
Look at this. Yo, there we go. Now
amazing.
There's a way of doing something slightly different. And to be a champion, you've got to innovate. You've got to push the boundaries. You've got to do something different. And their lifts were doing that. The inverted lift, if we see that, golly, the balance point on that required some strength. Here we go. High. His hand can't go up and be supporting her high. Trying to differentiate it from pair skating, but goodness.
But again, her strength to actually hold that position as they're moving across the ice, that is not easy.
And he's in the spread position. That makes it more difficult. So a higher level of difficulty given to that lift. And the exit, all the exits flowed. But the athleticism, the sharpness, I think they'll win the award so far for the fastest twizzles ever done in this season. And they fitted so well to the music. And the waves upon the shore. Well, congratulations, team. Marina Zoueva, Oleg Epstein. Wow. Well, what are we going to see here? 189, they got at the World Championships earlier this year. I'm not a betting man, but I think we might see over 190. Not quite. I'm disappointed. It's great marks. It'll be good to see the judges really going for it. They're getting so close to 10s. When you go and analyse the marks, you can go on the ISU website, isu.org, and analyse the marks that are given. You go to results for each competition. You can see what all the judges have given. And there's some 10s in their marks coming up now. Very exciting. So, as the ice dancers celebrate, there's the results, the standings. Meryl and Charlie first, just huge score. Anna and Luca were great. Maya and Alex in third place. A super event.